Hey everyone, Ian here, and today we're going to be installing the new OVERTAKE wheel spacers. As you can see, we've got some of these laid out on our toolbox. Now they may look identical, but they are not. We have a few different size options for you, ranging from 5x114, 5x100, and for you conversion folks, the 5x100 to 114. Now they're also offered in both 20 and 25 millimeters, so you can mix and match if you want. Let's say you've got a BRZ front engine rear wheel drive, or like our shop VB here, we're gonna throw on a set of our 25 mil front and rear. But before we get to the install, let's maybe kind of briefly talk about what are wheel spacers, why do we use them, and what are the differences between ours and some of the cheaper ones you'll see online. There are tons of wheel spacer options available, ranging from super cheap to high quality. And what is the difference? Well, let's just talk about our OVERTAKE ones here and kind of show you what we incorporated in these as far as features. Right off the bat, you can see this beautiful matte black anodized finish. The cool OVERTAKE logo laser etched on the sides, as well as on the front. Above the ring, you'll see another OVERTAKE logo and the sizing and torque specs, so you won't forget. On the back side, you'll see these little pry pockets. Now, this is gonna help you, especially for us Midwest folks. If these things have been on for a while and there's some corrosion in between the spacer and your hub, these little pockets will allow you to fit a screwdriver or a pry bar in there, so you can kind of get them off a little bit easier. The other difference that's going to separate these from the cheap universal ones is these are Subaru fitment specific. So that's going to incorporate a 56.1 millimeter bore. These are lug centric, so they're going to have a nice snug tight fitment to them, and they're not going to be loosey-goosey. Now, one of the biggest features I do want to talk about are materials. Now, why are materials so important? Well, safety, of course, and that's a big concern when it comes to aftermarket wheel spacers. So with the OVERTAKE spacers, these are made with forged 70-75 aluminum versus 60-61, which is kind of standard across the board. As well as our hardware, the nuts and bolts, these are a 12.9 grade versus 10 grade. Now we've also incorporated a dacrymate coating on the studs, which is a high heat resistant and corrosion resistance. Again, these are all the features that we at OVERTAKE incorporated in the spacers to make sure that they meet our high standards of quality. Enough blabbering, let's go ahead and get a set of these put on our VB WRX over here. Now, I think this is a perfect example for a lot of us. So this VB actually, we bought it with VA STI wheels on it. So it's definitely an upgrade over the stock ones that would have come with it. And we've also got a set of the BC coilovers that you've seen previously. So we've got a lowered stance. We're still on stock wheels, but kind of an OEM plus look to it. What we'll do today is we're gonna throw a set of the 20 mils on one side and the 25 millimeters on the other side, and then we can kind of determine which one looks best. As I mentioned before, we've got the factory VA STI wheels. Now these are an 18 by 8.5 in plus 55 offset. And for this side, we're gonna throw in our 20 millimeter spacers. So effectively making the offset plus 35. Now on the other side, we are gonna throw the 25 mils, and then we can kind of determine how that looks compared to the 20s. So first thing we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and get these bolted to the factory hubs, get them torqued down to the, what is it? 89 foot-pounds, that's right, because it's laser etched on the front. So like I said, you don't forget. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and get the spacer torqued down. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. The recommended way is to grab yourself a buddy, like Doug here. Doug's gonna be my buddy. Now if you're flying solo, you could use one of these and put that in between your lugs and get that torque down. If you're careful, this can work, but we prefer to have a friend. So now we've got our best friend Doug in the seat. Doug, you got the brake on? Brake is on. We're gonna go ahead and first just get these kind of tightened down in a star pattern. And then we'll come back through with the torque wrench and get them all the way down to the recommended 89 foot-pounds. All right, so we've got the spacer all torqued down now, and I want to take this opportunity before we put the wheel back on to kind of show you that 56.1 mil hub bore size, which we mentioned earlier is Subaru-Specific. So unlike some of the really cheap options you'll see online, this is, like we mentioned, a direct Subaru-Specific bolt-on. So it's extra secure, and it's extra solid, and it's extra sexy. Oh my. Another quick little thing I do want to mention, with these 20 mil spacers, you will kind of see that the studs do kind of stick out a little bit. Now, which is fine for most wheels. As you can see, if we flip this over, you do have a little cutout here where they go into. Now, if you have a set of aftermarket wheels or factory wheels that just have a flat face on it, you may want to run the 25 mils, and that will give you all the clearance you need. So we'll go ahead and get this wheel torqued on, and we'll head to the rear. Again, this is going to be the same 89 foot-pounds as the spacers themselves. And just quick glance, yeah, actually looks pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get this rear one put on, and then we'll go on the other side, we'll kind of speed through it, we'll put the 25 millimeters, and we'll see which one we like. Ladies and gentlemen, 25 millimeters are installed on the driver's side here, and right off the bat you can tell a noticeable difference. Definitely a bit more aggressive and a little more poke than the 20s. If you just finished watching our install video and you'd like to grab your own set of our OVERTAKE wheel spacers, they are available online, ready to ship. Again, we've got them in 5x100, 5x114, and the adapters for the 5x100 to 114. Available right now in boxes, ready to ship. OVERTAKEUSA.com. Get yourself a pair.